Hi there, I'm Dave. Welcome to my humble kitchen. Today I'm going to be preparing a keema curry and pilau rice. Keema curry is an Indian dish, very simple to make with minced beef, and pilau rice has lots of lovely spices in it. So let's get cracking, shall we? I'm going to use my lovely kitchen mate, so handy, instead of a saucepan. Always make sure you use the very best quality meat from your local butcher. You can buy supermarket meat if you like, but some of it is 2 or 3 years old. It's been kept in freezers for all that time, and the reason for that is it's all bought and sold on the international markets. This is where I go, Mike Turton in Ilfracombe High Street. Don't forget, use good quality oil. This is Bennett and Dunn rapeseed oil. It's very good because it can cook at very high temperatures without ruining the flavours. This is my posh oil can. So there we are, we pour about 2 tablespoons of oil into the kitchen mate or your saucepan. And there it is, all nicely sizzling away. You need 4 onions for this, and you should put them in the freezer half an hour before you intend to peel them. The reason for that is that it makes them so much easier to peel and chop. Generally I use organic brown onions, but you can use ordinary ones such as Spanish. It doesn't really matter. The main thing is that they are fresh. Cook them for about 5 minutes or so until they are soft and translucent. This is Himalayan pink salt containing 84 minerals, better than white salt. And then add some ground cumin powder to the onions, followed by a teaspoonful of turmeric, which apparently protects you from cancer. And after that, the ginger, which you'll grate with a cheese grater. I've got all the chopping and slicing gadgets, but in the end I end up using the grater for everything. After that, it's the green and red chilies. Make sure you don't touch your eyes. As soon as you've chopped your chilies, wash your hands thoroughly. But if you do get some chili in your eye, which stings like hell, wash it out with milk, not water. All this goes into the frying onion, which is absorbing a lot of the spices. Don't forget to add some garam masala. This jar's got saffron in it, which I brought back from Nepal. Just a spoonful, and if the mixture starts sticking, add some water. Keep everything stirred around to stop it sticking and burning. And now it's time to add the meat. In it goes. Try to use organic potatoes if you can, or when you're cooking to use organic vegetables anyway. They are better for you, I think, because they contain fewer pesticides and other toxins that can be found in the soil these days, especially granulated plastic. So here in Devon there are a lot of organic farms, and they do very well indeed, I'm pleased to say. It's a bit boring peeling and chopping spuds, but here's a fact. Every single potato that is sold in the supermarkets is photographed and rejected if there are any blemishes, as if it matters very much. After putting the chopped and cubed spuds into a colander, they can be given a quick rinse under the tap. This gets rid of some of the starchiness. You add your potatoes to the frying mince and cook for about 5 minutes or so, stirring from time to time. And now it's time to weigh the frozen peas, but you can use shell peas if you wish, if you could be bothered to peel them. Add them to the frying meat and potatoes, and add a little salt. Everything has gone into the cooking keema now, so we can leave it for another few minutes or so. These kitchen mates are just a job for simple stir fry. It's a good idea to check the seasoning now before we transfer it to a glass dish. So right then, now that we've done the keema curry, it's time to start the pilau rice. And I'm going to use basmati rice that's been steeped in cold water for about 30 minutes. That gets rid of all the starch. This is my favourite wok, and this is the one I'm going to use today. Well, we don't have many Asian shops in Devon, but I've still managed to get hold of some ghee. It's very good for frying at high temperatures without spoiling the flavour of the food, so I'll be doing the onions in it. Basically, it's just clarified butter. You will have already chopped some onions, so now peel the garlic. So much easier if you put the cloves into the microwave for about 5 seconds. Then, after slicing, they can be added to the ghee, followed by the chopped onions. Just let those fry for a few minutes, and now I'm going to look for some flaked almonds. Here they all are, pretty much staple ingredients. These are my flaked almonds. Stir those round and round the wok. Cinnamon stick. Add here a teaspoonful of ground cumin, a couple of teaspoons of hot curry powder to give it all a kick, and then turmeric, a spoonful of that, and although you can buy coriander seed already ground, I grind it up in a moulinex to intensify it, and then I put it in a little bowl and add it to the pan. Add a few crushed cardamom seeds. You just fold over some foil and whack the seeds to crack them up. Having done that, add them to the wok. At this point you give your rice a rinse under the tap and then add it to the mixture of herbs and spices. Then it's ready for about 1.5 litres of stock. Either chicken or vegetable will do. Add the stock to the wok. This will absorb the rice. It'll take a few minutes. Don't let it boil too much. Just simmer and watch over it, stirring occasionally. And this is where you add your sultanas. Give them a good stir. It has to be clockwise, by the way. It really smells fabulous at this point. What we need to do now is to get some herbs into it. We use parsley and dill, usually used in fish dishes, but it's very nice with keema. If you don't have any growing in the garden, just pop up to Tesco and buy some, and use the whole packet of each, because you'll hardly ever keep them. Chop them all up and add them to the rice that should now be absorbing the stock. You can add a bit of cinnamon if you like. Okay then, so cinnamon added. It's time to dish up. There we are, the finished product. Well, let's go and see what Katie thinks of it, shall we? We're going to have it for our evening meal. Well, that's very nice. You enjoying that, dear?
Yes, I am.
Lovely, very nice. Kheema Therapy. It's what keeps you healthy.